And Norm, you recently opened your own nursery.
Yeah,
What is your nursery called?
it's called Mojave Bloom Nursery. I opened with a couple of partners, Miriam and Andrea, and there's a really, really cute indoor garden, a little warehouse space, and a shop inside of that, and it's beautiful. And here's the thing, it's not like a nursery where everything's all in rows. It's a communal space. There's a couch and an end table and some chairs over here. There's seating areas and egg chairs, and it's just a place to hang out, come and bring your coffee and just sit and enjoy. And there's cool plants.
I am looking forward to visiting your nursery.
Oh yeah.
Maybe next time in the next I'm planning to go there. So maybe in a few weeks from now.
Yeah.
I hope to see you there in your nursery.
Well,
Hello everyone, as promised, I am here at Mojave Bloom at Norm Schilling's nursery, and we're gonna have to go around, show you guys what they have here, and hopefully we can catch Norm Schilling today. All right, let's go. Hi, this is Andrea Ching with Mojave Bloom Nursery. Welcome. Please come take a tour of our nursery and see what kind of... I'm one of the partners owners, and I helped pick out some of the plants and design out the nursery. This is Norm Schilling, my business partner. He is the owner of Schilling Horticulture and also a partner in Mojave Bloom.
Hi, welcome to Mojave Bloom Nursery. We've been open 7 weeks, and we're here to serve Southern Nevada's needs for some really cool plants and beautiful pots and a really awesome little indoor garden store as well. And I'd love to show you some of these plants. So this is Hesperaloe yellow. It's like the red yucca, but with a yellow blossom. This is a really cool agave called shark skin. It has a very smooth, flat finish, a dark olive green, and a nice black thorn at the tip. You can see this one's already got a couple pups coming on. We have an aloe whose name I don't remember. Oh, there it is, Safari Rose. So based on that, I don't remember the flower, but I'll bet you it's red in color.
I like this, Norm. I like
so yeah, this is agave fluifera. Yep.
Silver threads on it.
Yep.
White.
It's called agave fluifera, and it also has, so similar to like agave Victoria Reginae or the King Ferdinand agave, it also has the marks on the leaf where they were folded one against another. But it's those wild little curly white hairs that really are very distinctive. And you can see this one also puts out a lot of vegetative offsets. We also have some leafy desert plants. So this is a little 1 gallon Baja fairy duster. It's just starting to bloom. It gets a fuzzy red ball flower, similar in effect to a bottle brush.
Oh, does that grow into a tree?
No, it's about Baja's a shrub that gets about 6 feet tall and wide. And then there's a pink version called Pink Fairy Duster. So this is Baja Fairy Duster, about 6 by 6 Pink Fairy Duster. Has a pink and white flower, and it's about 3 by 3. So you can choose the one for the space that you want. These are true sun lovers, and everything I just showed you likes Southern Nevada's alkaline, low nutrient, low organic matter soils. I would call them crappy soils, but not to these plants. To these plants, they think they're wonderful soils.
They love it. Yes.
You know? So here we have a variegated yucca, another leafy succulent. This one is Gloriosa variegata. Beautiful, that two-tone quality. And then eventually it gets quite large. And here we have sticks of fire.
Beautiful.
All right, this is it going back into its green season. When it gets cold, it's going to turn really, really red. Here we have a mix of different water needs. We have San Antonio Rose, a really beautiful flowering Texas Ranger, probably about 4 feet in size. Here we have Opuntia chlorotica, a variety called Pintorita. You can see that beautiful purple color spread that concentrates on the glochids. And in the midst of all that, we have a rose with a little lacewing egg on it. So he's ready to go out and do his job. Some more aloe. And then down here, this is Opuntia sulfurea. And you can see new pads coming on.
Oh, you have this for sale here. This is the one I saw at your house.
Yes. I love this. Look at those crazy, twisty, long thorns. So they start out pretty short, but then as it grows, they grow, whoops, ow.
As it got you.
Yeah, twice. Twice, right in a row.
Right. So this I don't think I've seen this here in Vegas being sold.
No, not. Well, now we do.
Now you guys know where to look for it in Vegas.
We have natal plum, which is a beautiful rich green shrub. Silver torch, they get quite tall, very white in color. Here we have sedum called Verde Brilliance, Euphorbia millii, another sedum, Opuntia woolly pads. This looks really cool with that texture as it gets older. Euphorbia amic green, so not a true cactus, looks like one, but it has those wicked thorns and pattern. This is one of the many different Mahonias, Mahonia aquifolium, a different Mahonia here, and some Mahonias here. So and look at all these little guys. Little cuties, as I call them. So just stuff really fun to play with.
Right, especially for those who are just starting with a cactus. These are nice plants to get and start with.
Yeah, Opuntia micro daisies. It looks soft. Be warned, those little glochids will fly. If you ever have to handle this, wet it first, because those water droplets keep those little glochids from flying and making you itch.
Oh,
so just mist it down, or if it's in the garden, just spray it down before you prune it or whatever you're going to do, and you will itch far less. They don't hurt; they just make you itch like crazy. Over here, we have some more aloes, some vertical cacti. You can see one of those euphorbias is actually starting to twist a little bit. We have some cluster golden barrels, which are really fun. They're going to get really big,
nice.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that cool? And then along with all the succulents, we have some desert shrubs, but we also have some pretty cool trees. And Mojave Bloom is intended actually to bring in plants that are really hard to find in our big box nurseries here in Southern Nevada. And this is one of my absolute favorites. This is cork oak. It has this cool gnarled bark, and this is what they actually make corks from. This is heavily grown in the Mediterranean region, and they actually strip the bark off to make the corks that go in wine bottles. But it's also a very drought tolerant, very tough, beautiful oak. And oaks are strong, long-lived trees. And as long as you don't overwater it, it thrives in Southern Nevada's climate and soils. So it doesn't look like a desert tree, but it definitely is. And I was so excited when we found these and we got them in. So, of course, we have the aloe vera, the medicinal aloe. And this.
What is this one with the purple flowers?
Look at that. Look at that amazing little flower. Right? This looks so delicate, and it's not. The first time I encountered this, it was sitting in somebody's yard, near the driveway and sidewalk, and a driveway on the other side in rock in the middle of summer. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to fry. And it didn't. It did just fine. It can take the heat. It's called Calendrinia. I don't remember the common name.
Wow, it looks
Calendrinia spectabilis, jazz time jade. So
it looks like those leafy succulents, but those usually don't take our sun.
Right, like the echeverias and things like that.
Those.
Yeah, those will fry. This doesn't.
Oh.
So, and just that intense violet color and a beautiful floral structure as well. So there, look at those orange stamens in there, and you can see this one's already, I think, been pollinated. The ovary's starting to swell. Look at that gorgeous flower. I love that. I feel like
because I always kill my soft leafy succulents, like those echeverias. But and this is a good alternative.
So this is Salvia chamydryoides, and again, sometimes I remember the common name. Sometimes I remember sky blue sage. The blue is there. You can actually see a little bit of the blue coming out in the flowers here. So it's about a 2 foot, 2x3 maybe, evergreen salvia. Hummingbirds love salvias, and this one has a true blue flower, and once established, very drought tolerant.
Oh no, the wind knocked on one of your trees.
Yep. Oh, and that actually that's a really cool plant. Let's see if there's any. If I can get back there, I got to move somebody here. And my. Thank you, Andrea. So this is sky flower. This is Duranta erecta, and we got right over here. We have a couple flower spikes just starting, and you can see that first blossom open there, right? And you can see lots more coming on. This is a really strong butterfly attractant. It's a small, large shrub or small tree. Mine's gotten up to about 8 or 10 feet, spreads out, and you can see lots and lots of flower spikes coming on, and it'll get pretty heavily covered in these clusters, lengthy clusters of little 5-petaled flowers about the size of a dime, maybe a little bit smaller than that, but just masses of them, and a good hummingbird and butterfly attractant. So this is Santolina camiciparisis, or lavender cotton, and it becomes a mass of this foliage, just completely covered. It spreads out to 2 or 3 feet.
Doesn't that smell good? Yeah, it does smell good.
Spreads out like 3 feet, gets about maybe 18, 24 inches tall. In fact, I think it'll go even maybe 4 feet in spread. And then in the spring, it gets lots of little yellow puffball flowers that cover the plant, and it's evergreen. And this has a very visual, soft effect. Now, so we bought a property that was a radiator shop since the 1970s, and we cleaned it up and repurposed it.
Really?
And Schilling Horticulture is down at the other end. This end is Mojave Bloom, but we repurposed some of the stuff, and I don't know what this fan shroud was used for.
Oh.
But we now have.
What is that?
Yeah, so we got that, and we built the posts. I think this was actually, we repurposed this. This is Andrea. Andrea is one of the partners in Mojave Bloom.
Hi, Andrea.
Demonstrating our little swing chair.
I like this spot right here. It's so cozy.
So here's the thing about Mojave Bloom. We're a cool nursery. We have cool plants, but we also want this to be a communal space, right? Just come down, bring your coffee, hang out with us, right? We've got a couch, different seating areas. There's some seating areas inside. We're going to put it together, so we'll be serving coffee soon as well. And
I will be here for that.
Right on.
And the plants, of course,
Of course. I know how you roll. And then right here, we actually planted a couple plants for this. This is trumpet creeper called Madam Galen, right? Now, Madam Galen, I've always said she blooms April through October. Here's the tag. And this year, for some reason, mine didn't start blooming until right at the beginning of May. So a little bit further behind this year, but basically about 6 months of flower every year. it will grow up. We're going to train her up the pole here and up on top, and then she'll be able to come through and hang with clusters of flowers. Similarly, over on this side, we have another plant. So this one has clusters of pretty big red flowers, right, in a long bloom season. This is Tangerine Beauty Crossvine on the other side. This one will need some help climbing up. This one actually has tendrils that'll grab a hold. This is pretty smooth, so she might need some help too. She'll also go up. Tangerine Beauty gets absolutely covered in flowers early in the spring for about 2 weeks. It's one of the most powerful flower shows of any plant that I know, and then sporadic blooms is after that. So it's not quite as long of a bloom season as the trumpet creeper, but for a couple, 3 weeks, it is just one of the most incredible flower shows you'll ever see in southern Nevada or anywhere. This is Aloe Crosby's prolific. These little teeth on the edge and on the leaf, and she produces quite a few pups. That one has a lot. We've also got back here a couple really cool plants. Of course, there's Bougainvillea, which comes in a variety of different colors. What a show. The actual flowers are these little white things in the middle. These are called bracts. They're just modified colorful leaves to attract.
Oh, the purple ones are not the flowers?
No, that little white thing's the actual flower. Oh. These are modified leaves to attract attention to the flower.
Oh, just like in the Euphorbia millie?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so, yep.
I didn't know that bougainvilleas are like that too.
All right, so this is our native display. These are all native plants. We want to keep bringing in more and more of them. There's actually a sulfurea that got mixed in there. This is a Puntia ruffida here, has really super blue and very nice round pads with those really dark glochid areas. And you can see the glochids are actually forming down here. These look smooth, but I'm not going to test it. Right? Euphorbia antisyphilitica. But then when we get up in here, this is a dwarf cane cholla. I think this is fire barrel. Here, this is our native. It's Xylorhiza tortifolia. Mojave aster. That's it. See, they come and they go.
That's a mouthful to say.
And you know what? Once you learn it, then the taxonomists change the names. So
that's true.
Here we have an Asclepias, which is one of the milkweeds, and here we have Laria tridentata, our backbone shrub, the creosote. Here we have some Prince's plume right here. So this gets a really cool wispy flower stalk. Here's another one, and then this is one of my all-time favorite plants. This is Centaurea
ragusina.
That's a
beauty.
Yeah, so it's like Dusty Miller, but Dusty Miller never looks that good and dies off. It's basically an annual. This is perennial. It'll spread to a larger area, and then sections of it tend to die out as it spreads out elsewhere. The same flower. So this is native to the Mediterranean region around the Adriatic, and I've never seen it in a nursery here. And so we finally managed to find some, and I snatched all of them up. Look, it's almost white, that color.
Can this handle our heat?
Yeah.
It does?
Handles the heat, handles the soil, loves sun. It'll even take some shade. So this is a plant that should be all over Vegas. It isn't yet. We're working on that.
What do you call this again?
This is Centaurea ragusina. It's Centaurea. And then ragusina, like ragu, the spaghetti sauce. Ah. If you do Centaurea search, you'll find this. Or you can come down here. So here we have Opuntia dark night. So you can see the pads are really dark and the spines are long and white. So this is really a cool looking Opuntia, even when it's not in bloom, and the flowers are really pretty. This is Pherocactus pringlei, the red barrel cactus. These guys get big. It's a native species. This is cane cholla. It's really cool purple flowers, and it's a tree cholla. It'll eventually get like 6-8 feet, maybe even more. So this is a really neat one, and I just got that recently. And then we have these guys. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is fan aloe, and it's a tree aloe in that it develops a trunk and then it gets multiple heads, and it just has such beautiful symmetry. I don't think I want to touch it too much because it's probably that that glaucous, that blue shade will rub off. But they have such gorgeous, interesting form. And oftentimes these are actually rather hard to find. So when we found them, we got a bunch. This, oh man, it has such interesting form. There's little tiny teeth on these little tiny succulent leaves. It's Oscularia deltoides ice crumbles, right? Moroccan mound right here that spreads out, and as it spreads, it gets ever more bold and beautiful. And then this amazing plant here. This is Mariana setifolia, which is blue something. It has a name, blue in the comment. So it's a succulent, little tiny succulent leaves, and just a splash of silver, irregular form. Here we have a model in our little swing chair. And this is Tagetes lemonii, Mexican marigold. And again, here, smell that. Just smell that. That little tiny leaf just has such fragrance.
Oh, wow.
Lots and lots of yellow flowers. Gets about 3 by 3. Here, I believe, yeah, these are some globe mallows. I'm not sure what color this one is. The regular ambiguous. So this is the orange flower. Oh, you can see this one is getting to some nice rose-hued colors, flowers coming on. Over here we have Damianita. This guy, again, very desert, very green, and very fragrant. You want to smell? Take a smell of that. All right, a penstemon, apple balm, right? Beautiful flowers. And here we have a bunch of different opuntias. This is where we're starting to get into our opuntias. This one is Goldie Rita. Now we still got a few flowers. It's a windy day, so it's not blooming very much today. But
oh, the flowers in this, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, yellow with a little red in the center.
Right,
yep.
Right.
Yep. And we have the noto cactus, the gold noto cactus.
Oh, they're in bud.
Yep.
Wow.
The little flowers getting ready. But look at this noto cactus. This is crazy looking.
Oh, wow.
This is a tonus, right? And I've never seen these bloom. And I was tempted to look them up, but I'd rather that the plant herself surprise me with. And I think she's telling me she might have a pink or even red blossom because there's just a little bit of color showing. But even just in the buds themselves, that is so attractive. Here we have some tricholobivias. This one was yellow. This one, a really rich red. We've got a few more flowers still coming on. So I always call them Trichoceros hybrids, but I guess they changed the name. It's now Tricholobivia.
They keep changing the names.
Yep, Mexican fence post. We got a couple Mexican fence posts here as well, and some other vertical cacti. And this deserves a special shout out. It's Plectranthus amboinicus. So you take this leaf, and so this has really nice medicinal properties. So
I saw that. Right? It's squirted out liquid.
Yeah. You can buy this as a liquid.
Juicy.
We have some, right? But yeah, if you have a wound, you just rub it on. A friend of mine got pretty heavily hit by a cactus and developed a real rash. Just started rubbing this on, and within hours, it was mostly cleared up. It really works well. It's a very nice medicinal plant. Here, smell that. So.
It's like a eucalyptus scent to it.
Yeah. Very.
It smells like spa.
Smells like spa.
Eucalyptus, yeah.
When you go to spa or massage place, that's what you smell. It's very comforting.
Yeah.
Here you can see a lot more. There's Tricholobivias. Up top here we have the silver, the lady slippers, succulents, Petalanthus.
Oh.
We have this is the smaller one that reaches about 3 feet, and it's typically mostly vertical, but then some of them just decide to do this, get a wild hair and just do crazy stuff, right?
I see you got golden barrels here.
Yep. And more Tricholobivias.
More Tricholobivia.
as well. Oh, and here we have
This is the one that you have in your house too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yep, yeah, and we have it here in 1 gallons and 5 gallons.
And you said this is hardy, right? In the sun?
Yep. Yeah, it loves sun.
I'm going to take
Desert
one of that
snowbush.
because I like that.
Yeah, the texture of it's awesome. And
Gotta
then down
pick
here,
one of
kind of
these.
hidden, is Peruviana, the Peruvian apple cactus in the corner. We have some spread around the garden, different places.
Oh, these are big ones.
And to the left, look at this. In the midst of all these desert plants, grapefruits. And my little 15-gallon that I planted 3 years ago gave me 15 fruit the first year, about 22 the next year. Now she's up to, I think, about 30. Pretty good sized fruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are even bigger than that,
Very
right?
juicy, I can tell.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, this is such a delicious grapefruit. So this is ruby red. So you can see down the side here, we do have some veggies and herbs over here, some more citrus, some different vining plants.
You have like a little bit of everything from desert plants to trees, fruit trees to veggies too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We don't have
awesome.
We don't have a really big selection of veggies, but we want to bring some really cool stuff in for you guys to select from there as well, right? Here we have Meyer lemon, the most productive of all the different varieties of lemon. In fact, the other lemons don't like our soils as much as Meyer does because it's a hybrid. So this is Opuntia paraguayensis, very bright green and edible fruit, right? This is an edible one.
What do you call this?
Paraguayensis.
I think I might have this, but I don't know the ID. This might be it.
Yeah, it's very distinctive because it's such a bright green.
Yes, although mine has smaller pads because I started with a small pad like this.
Yeah.
But I think this is it. You might just have ID'd one of my cactus.
I'm glad I could.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. Now,
now we're coming to the Opuntias.
Right. So this is Nell Pastel. Oh, look, we got a little pollinator, a little bee just hanging out by that one back there. This one's Nell Pastel. This one is Opuntia Fiesta with a darker, more violet colored blossom. So, and this is so cool. This is Opuntia Pina Colada. So it starts out yellow, right, with a little splash of rose color, and then the flower changes color into this pink. So when she's in full bloom, you have both of them going on at the same time.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Opuntias, there's so many different varieties. And I just want to give a shout out to Tom Jesh and Waterwise Botanicals. We got these from him, and he's been so helpful and caring and informative. He just calls me to check on me and us and see how the nursery's doing.
Oh, that's
nice.
He's
a wonderful guy, and he grows some really, really nice plants. Okay, and here we have Opuntia butterflies. She's just opening. It's a little bit of a cooler day. Right? And watch this. See those stamens in there? Now when I touch them, look at them close.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, wow.
So that when the pollinator goes in there, I don't know, she's just
there's a bee
out
on this one.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I think she was on break. And then, I mean, it's just right here. This is Passiflora. Passion.
Oh, wow. That's pretty.
Yeah, now this is hard to find. And it's just, oh my God, the symmetry and the color and the pattern in that flower.
This one grows as a vine?
Yeah, this is a vine. You put it on a trellis, and it does produce edible fruit. So, yeah, I mean, so it's the best of both worlds. Such gorgeous flowers, and then you get to eat it. This is the Sirius Peruvianus monstros, the monstros variety that's all twisted, right?
Yes.
These cane choyas are awesome. A little bit, challenging to handle and plant, but once you get them in the ground, they're just such architectural pieces.
I like it when it's backlit by the sun.
Yep.
And the sun reflects on the spines. That is beautiful.
Yeah, the spines light up. Yep. And here, I just want to show you these guys real quick. So here's the regular green mountain laurel. Some more citrus, tangerine. Come down here, a couple agaves, another opuntia. This is silver Sierra mountain laurel. This is hard to find, especially in smaller sizes. It has a darker purple flower and very silver foliage. Very low litter, loves sun, extremely drought tolerant. The fun thing is, in the work that Andrea's done and my wife Miriama, is in making this a garden space. So it is a nursery. All these plants are for sale, but it's meant to be a garden space. It's meant to be a communal space. And I want to show you inside as well. So here we are at the other part of Mojave Bloom. We did a whirlwind tour of the outdoor nursery, but we have this indoor garden space as well, with lots of houseplants and different well, garden related or houseplant related accessories. And we have some really nice pots as well. Right now we're setting up some plants in self-watering pots. This is ZZ plant. This is, look at that, those new leaves coming on. And here, this is wax plant. I love this. We have one at home that's in bloom right now.
Yeah, it's a Hoya, right?
Yeah.
It's a Hoya.
Yep. And a nice, very fragrant flowers. Just beautiful. You can see it goes on and on. We have a selection of a lot of different pots, including some really nice hot-fired clay pots. You can tell from the sound that they're hot-fired, which means that they're much more durable. They're going to last a lot longer. And a lot of different colors and textures and patterns. And what we have here is just a small portion of what we get from our wholesaler. We have a catalog up by the front desk. You can just leaf through that and we can have pots direct shipped to you of all different sizes. And then just a lot of different stuff. Oh, and come on in, check this out.
Oh, what is this room?
Ta-da.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is so cozy. Wow.
Yeah, literally.
All right, I've never seen this
Literally.
in a nursery here in Vegas.
Yeah, neither have I. And that's why we created it, because I've encountered these. So there are similar garden shops in California, but never has there been anything like this in Vegas, right? And I just love antiques anyway. So collecting some of this old furniture and bringing it down into this space has just been a lot of fun. This is actually, if somebody turned it into a table, right? This was used to transport chickens to the market. So there's a little door on the top and you put the chickens in. It's a little chicken prison. They can put their little heads out.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little chicken jail, you know? But I think it's really,
so
really cute. It's just a bunch of fun stuff. An old bed probably from the 1940s perhaps. You know, I don't know. So just a fun space, I think. And, you know, some cool stuff, some garden implements and
Hi everyone, I'm Edith. I run the social media here at Mojave Bloom Nursery, and I welcome you to come on in and check out all the cute stuff we have in. We have awesome plants and unique pots, so many fun things. And
Norm, what makes Mojave Bloom different or unique compared to the other nurseries or garden centers that we have in Vegas?
Well, there's actually quite a few things. First of all, there's the initial vision and mission of this, which is kind of threefold. One, it's to find and bring in plants that really should be here or available in Southern Nevada that we don't see in our big box nurseries. Mostly desert plants, but some non-desert plants like that beautiful passion vine out there. And so we want to find them, bring them in for people. Second is really nice quality pottery, and with a lot of different colors, textures, forms, patterns, different sizes. That's always been hard to find in Southern Nevada, and we want to make that available. And again, high quality pots. And the other thing is the indoor garden store, the garden shop. This is a very different space, and we want to bring people in to have a really nice place to not only find cool plants and accessories and materials to do gardening well, both indoors and outdoors, but to do it in a pleasant location. But we also want this to be a social space. You know, there's different seating areas out in the nursery, or in the garden, as I like to call it, as well as here indoors. And we want to resource our public, our customers, with good information. So we're constantly learning about plants, and we don't know it all by any means, but we won't pretend we know if we don't, and we'll research it. And we have some good information here already, so we can help guide you to find the right plant for whatever it is you're looking for, or how to take care of things, problem solve. So we want to be a resource in that way. And it's all meant to be just a fun place for us, and get together with other plant loving people and bring it all together in a social space, and come hang out, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy yourself here. And that, I think, is what Mojave Bloom is all about. Well, Anna, I want to thank you very much for coming down and spending some of your time, you too, Tiger, some time with us here at Mojave Bloom.
Oh, thank you so much for the tour, Norm.
It's my pleasure. I think you can tell I really get excited sharing all these cool plants, whether they're in my garden or here or anywhere. And come on down anytime and just hang out. I mean, that's what big part of what this is.
All right, where are you located again, Norm?
It's 1401 Searles, Searles. We're about 4 or 5 minutes north of the Spaghetti Bowl interchange, or the 15 and the 95 minute. We're just down the road from the Neon Museum and the Museum of Natural History, just off of Las Vegas Boulevard. And we're open. We're dark on Monday. Every other day we're open 8 to 2, except Saturdays we're open 8 to 4. And so just come out and hang out and have fun.
Thank you, Norm.
My pleasure.
You so much.
My pleasure.